Hello everybody. We have a win today. Washington right to repair passed. So we're gonna watch that. I might do an unboxing or two. Okay, so Cottie has her mic. Cottie Cam is on. Let me get this situated here. But we did win. This is a big win for repair. Cottie Cam is blurry. Why ain't Cottie Cam focusing? Oh, there. Okay, can you hear her purring? I do have a mic on. Okay, so I've been working on Washington State right to repair for a while. Washington State right to repair has been tough. I mean, it's been killed in committee for 4 or 5 years now. I think Louis Rossman, he actually testified in person on it one year. He basically gave up on Washington State, and well, I've been fighting the fight, testifying. They kind of know me there. You know, if you watch some of my testimony, they'll say, "Yeah, he does this every year." Usually gets killed in committee. I was pretty excited this year. It kind of got out of committee. I don't know what's up with Cottie. She wants to be anti. Let me put Cottie back on Cottie Cam. She don't like the microphone. I'm gonna take the microphone off. Oh, she don't want to be. Oh, okay. I'll remove the microphone. You don't like the microphone. Okay. No need for microphone. We'll give her cookies. Okay. It's usually killed in committee, and this year it passed. It passed the House. It passed. Let me pull it up here. Okay, it passed the House with 94 yeas and 1 nay, and 3 people were excused. Tonight it passed the Senate 48-1. This is not a partisan issue. This is the Washington State Senate says repair is American. We're gonna watch this here. Give me a moment. I have to do the download's still downloading because their servers are super slow. So here it is. We're probably going to get an ad, but this is it. This is the key moments, and I hope my audio works because this is just a spontaneous setup. We're going to go for it.
Strike everything after the enacting clause and insert the
Last
following.
line.
Right to Repair Act.
Senator Shoemake.
Mr. President, I move that the Environment,
He is
Energy, and
such an awesome
Technology
senator.
Committee striking amendment be adopted.
Senator Shoemake moves adoption of the striking amendment.
You have to listen to this lady. She is so awesome. And I'll go through the voting list, and I figured Wellman would have voted nay, but she voted yay. And she was the killer of this bill many times. She's an ex-Apple employee or executive.
By the Committee on Environment, Energy, and Technology. Remarks, Senator Shoemake.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a good amendment. Please vote yes.
Further remarks, Senator Benke.
We agree. Please vote yes.
There are no further remarks. The question before the Senate is adoption of the striking amendment by the Committee on Environment, Energy, and Technology. As many are in favor, will signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The amendment is adopted. Senator Shoemake.
Mr. President, I move that the rules be suspended, that engrossed substitute House Bill 1483 as amended be advanced to third reading, the second reading considered the third, and the bill be placed on final passage.
Senator Shoemake moves that the rules be suspended.
Okay, so that was the second reading, and now they're on to the third reading. Usually it goes second reading, then they'll reschedule for another day. This happened fast today, way faster than I was planning, so that's why I'm doing a late night live stream and not just providing a cut.
Substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate, be advanced to third reading, second reading considered, the third, and the bill will be placed on final passage. Hearing no objection, so ordered. Engrossed substitute House Bill 1483 as amended by the Senate on third reading and final passage. Remarks, Senator Shoemake.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think of this bill as you should be able to fix your stuff. I actually really enjoy taking apart an iPhone or a TV. Sometimes I get them back together, sometimes I don't. But one of the things that I also think is that we do have people that are well able to do this in our communities. It's not just in the downtown Seattle offices where the headquarters are located, but in the rural parts of my community. There are people that'll start up businesses to fix your phones, fix your remote controls. People will be able to deliver to them. They'll be able to make their electronics last longer, which means they're spending less money and they're creating less e-waste. So I see this as a win-win-win for folks' pocketbooks, for small businesses, and for the environment. Please vote yes.
Further remarks, Senator Benke.
Thank you, Mr. President. We agree. We should be able to fix our stuff, but we can't help you when you leave that extra nut or bolt piece when you're putting it back together.
That generally don't happen. That was some of the debate is it going to be put back together right? Is it going to be safe? Generally, it's safe. Usually we don't have leftover parts, or, you know, we don't have to go searching for parts because we put too many in. So it's not generally a problem.
This is a good bill for the rural communities when we want to give that opportunity. And I would share with you as a college professor, getting the hands-on capabilities of understanding our computer science in those areas that we need to do to get the critical thinking skills into our next generation of what the artificial intelligence is bringing to us is going to be a part of these semiconductors, the electronics that we see now, and grow it into the future. Urging a yes vote.
Further remarks, Senator Lovelett.
Thank you, Mr. President. Rising in strong support of this policy, having served on the Energy, Environment, and Technology Committee now for the last 6 legislative sessions, where our prime sponsor in the House has been so determined to work this bill years and years. The fact that we are here now shows a depth and quality to this policy that has been achieved through a stakeholdering process that has been extensive. And Mr. President, as a hopeful champion of waste reduction in this chamber, it's incredibly important that we ensure that we are not having our companies having built-in obsolescence. That is, that they would rather that we bought something new than fix the thing that we have. So So this is going to be a huge benefit both to folks that are struggling with their pocketbooks, but also to our landfills, especially across the world where these devices are just going in and being trashed. Very excited to finally be voting for this bill on the Senate floor.
Further remarks, Senator Fortunato.
Thank you, Mr. President. It just strikes me as a little odd that we actually need a bill to be able to fix our own stuff. So it's nice. I'll vote yes.
Further remarks, Senator Hasagawa.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, I think about back in the days when, I used to buy Heathkit stuff. I'm putting together that first radio or television set or stereo system and developed a love of just tinkering and electronics for me. We in the state have invested an awful lot of money in building computer science students and supporting education in that area, but not everybody's going to go to work for Microsoft or Amazon, whatever. And I recall going to an NCSL meeting, and the Right to Repair folk had a booth set up there. And who was staffing the booth were former veterans who were well-trained in electronics repair and that sort of thing.
Okay, the guy that got me my start in electronics was a veteran. If I recall, he was in the Navy. And I mean, he was a smart whiz, and he knew how to teach it too. I mean, he took somebody like me that was a grease monkey gearhead and taught me how to make a living without getting my hands, that dirty. I mean, still get flux on them, but that comes off easier than grease.
And just wanted to use their entrepreneurial spirit too, to work in the community. So with our investments in this type of education, this is going to provide great opportunities for those graduates who don't necessarily want to or can get a job at a big corporation. They're just going to go out there and live their life and in the community doing what they love to do. So I really appreciate this bill. Appreciate your support for 1483.
There are no further remarks. Question before the Senate is final passage of engrossed substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate. The Secretary will call the roll.
Alvarado. Bateman.
Here's the vote.
Benke. Braun. Chapman.
This stuff
Christian.
happens fast.
Cleveland. Conway. Cortez. Dingra. Dozier. Fortunato. Frame. Gildon. Gaynor. Hanson. Harris. Hasagawa. Holy. Kaufman. King. Krishnadasan. Leas. Lovelet. Lovick. McEwen Drew. McEwen Jim. Mazal. Nobles. Orwell. Peterson. Ramos. Richelli. Robinson. Saldana. Solomon. Schessler. Shoemake. Short. Slatter. Stanford. Torres. Trudeau. Valdez. Wagoner. Warnick.
There's only 49 of them. So.
Wellman. Wilson Clare. Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority, engrossed substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act. Engrossed House Bill 1747, the Secretary.
That's it. It's passed. It goes to the governor, and governor, I believe, is going to sign it. I hope he signs it. And then it's with law. The only issue I see with this is our Attorney General enforcing it. So let's see who voted nay. And who voted nay? Senator Chapman. I think I posted on Senator Chapman's X, encouraging him to pass, and posted a video of my testimony on all these senators. And I got banned on X for not being authentic. Whatever. So now I'm banned on X. So I was posting as Brian Labs. I was verified. So one of these people did not like what I was posting. So let's see who this Senator Chapman is. Right there. Senator Mike Chapman, District 24. Everybody in District 24, vote this guy out next election. We don't want him. He's anti-repair, communist. Vote him out. Only person that voted nay is this guy right here. See that mug? Vote that guy out next year. Let's see what his website says. What's this guy say? I figured out of everybody that Senator Wellman, she would have been the one to vote no. Yeah, it goes to Washington State Democrats. So it's really not his website. In Washington, they kind of like commingle them into like some sort of cult. But same with the Republicans. So but yeah, everybody vote this guy out. And you can see my timestamp there, 4:15. That's when that stuff started. So that was very, very quick. It was, let's see if we can
Chesler,
play that again.
Shoemake, Short, Slatter, Stanford, Torres, Trudeau, Valdez, Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Claire, Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority and gross substitute House Bill 1483 as amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act. And gross.
I just love it. Right to Repair Washington State passes almost unanimously. It should have passed unanimously, but this guy right here voted no. So next election, you people in District 24, is there a map of District 24? Shelton, Olympia, Tumwater, prison complex area there. Vote him out. So, and I just got to do that again.
This, Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Claire, Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority, engrossed substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act. Engrossed House Bill 1.
Man, that is just awesome. Just it passed. It's been a lot of work. I've been contacting senators, House, everybody, trying to get my voice heard, and I think my voice was heard. I was hoping we were going to get some console repair people to come in and testify. I was trying to, because I mean that's the only way you're going to get rid of the exemptions that are in here, is to actually get up and testify at public testimony in front of the lawmakers. That's right to repair passing in Washington State. Cottie's kind of like off screen. Let's give you guys some Cottie cookies. She's been a good girl. But we won. That is a win for liberty. You know, this is not partisan. I should be on camera. This is not partisan. It's not whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. Repair is American. We need to hold these companies accountable, and we need to hold their feet under the fire. We need to press them hard. Don't take no for an answer when they tell you, shove it. When you need schematics, you need to bother them. Don't bother the poor secretary. You can. I mean, it's kind of fun. But try to get a hold of somebody that can make decisions. That's how you do it. You get a hold of CEOs, you get a hold of presidents, you get a hold of anybody that's a corporate officer, and you talk to them. You just have a conversation with them. You might come off rude. You might come off threatening, but you're not. And a lot of the guys and ladies understand right to repair. They just don't understand how to implement it. I've had some success. We have the Minnesota governor. He is awesome. He is going to enforce it. Oregon governor, don't know. I think it's a budget issue, or not the governor, but the attorney generals. So you need to get a hold of your attorney generals. There are specific ways you need to request your documentation. You don't need to have a paper request for a denial to hold them accountable. It's best to have a paper request. I'll be releasing on my website a copy of the form letter that I've been instructed to use, and you can send it to their email. Better yet, you look up their corporate information and you send it to their registered agent, certified mail. That way you have a return receipt that you actually sent them the request for the schematics. That is how you get a response like the HACO response from the AG of California. That's how you get all these. If you want a response, you need proof of the denial. And that's how the AG is going to respond. It's like, oh, wait a second here. So that's what we want to do. We want to hold these companies accountable. They need to provide us schematics. They need to provide us firmware. They need to provide us parts if they're custom parts. We're going to get it one way or the other. Whether it be, leave a 1-star review on social media. Just do what you have to do. Burn a bridge. I've burnt many bridges in right to repair. So many bridges that it's affected a little bit of my business. So, yeah, go ahead and burn those bridges. Don't be afraid. We're winning. And there's more states. There's like 30 or 29 now that are proposing right to repair legislation this year. So it's like dominoes, man. One goes, another goes, and another goes. Usually it on the West Coast with laws, it'll either go Oregon, California, California, Oregon, Washington, Oregon, California. The whole left coast falls. But start putting your requests in. I mean, this takes effect January 1st in Washington State, but Oregon's in effect. California's in effect. Minnesota's in effect. Colorado's in effect. New York's in effect. Minnesota is the strongest law. And if you are a repair shop and you use a facilitator like OfferUp, Marketplace, whatever, to charge for your repairs and they charge sales tax, you can qualify as doing business there in that state under what they call an economic nexus. So don't be afraid to invoke the laws of other states if you're a mail-in or mail-order repair shop. If you got customers in that state, those customers have the right to choose whoever they want to repair their equipment. So I hope I'm not going on too big of a diatribe on this, but oh well. Yeah, I probably did. But okay, let's see here. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna do an unboxing today? Yes, we're gonna do an unboxing. I gotta do an unboxing, huh, Cottie? Okay, we gotta do an unboxing. My little diatribe is over. All right, so right to repair, Washington passed. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We won. Yeah, I say, all right, this is a package. There's another package. Let's open this one up here first. I say, be a pest. Be annoying. Within reason. What do we have in this? What is that? Inspect it? Rub it? Is it yours? Okay. All right, this was an Amazon. I think this was for a program. Yeah, finding CEOs is pretty easy. Okay. That looks right. Pretty good brick. 12 volt, 9 amp. Positive, positive. Ooh, she's gonna knock that camera over. Okay, that one looks right. We'll find out in a minute. So, Next box or package. Yeah, don't take no for an answer when a company says no, you can't have schematics. If you're due for them, you're due for them. Okay, so this is to help solve maybe my camera issues right here. USB. So hopefully that solves my resource issues on that. You see her. She's such a good kitty. These ain't cheap, dude. They're like $40, man. We'll find out if it meets the specs. Probably won't. And I'm all bleached out again right on the camera. Nah, it looks right. No chats. No Cottie cookies unless somebody puts something in the chat. If somebody puts something in the chat, just even a 1, we'll give you Cottie cookies. Man, I gotta play that again. The passage of that. We gotta play that again.
Hatter, Stanford, Torres, Trudeau, Valdez, Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Claire, Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority, and gross substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act. Engrossed House Bill 17.
That's it again. Okay, we have another box. We have a big box. So I was out and I was told that there's this ticking coming from the truck. And I heard it. So everything keeps breaking on that thing. So we have a big box. I'm going to open this up. It's not open yet. You can't wait, can you? This is Cottie. He's catting. And she likes to knock over the tripod. Hey. Oh, we have the bearings. Pro. Uh-oh. What is this? Exhaust manifold gasket set. It's supposed to have the bolts and everything in it too. It's supposed to be a complete set. I don't know why my camera settings that I had don't stay. Because I had it looking nice. But all right, well, that's going to pretty much conclude the live stream today. We won. Let's win more. Let's start winning from the companies. We need schematics. Huh, Cottie, we need schematics. We need parts. I mean, not just everyday common parts you could buy from Mauser, DigiKey, whatever. Any of the parts that are proprietary. So I hope I didn't go too far on my little diatribe, but like I said, get the companies, hold them to it at all costs, any means necessary. And I'll try to stream some repair content. Maybe. I'm still trying to get this thing set up, so. Should I leave Cottie Cam on? If you notice, she got her purple collar. It's that time of year. Spineless devil. It is a kitty. It's Cottie Kitty. And he gets a cookie. Somebody chatted. Spineless devil, you feed Cottie. It don't give me the timestamp, but yeah, right to repair is also a win for the consumer. And I think it's going to really help the consumer understand what they're buying. And that was my thing when I was talking to the lawmakers, is when we were repairing TVs and VCRs, we would get customers come in and say, hey, what's a good TV or VCR? And by servicing them and knowing what the inners are, we were able to tell them, this is a good set, that's a good set. And they're like, well, I'm thinking about buying, a Montgomery Ward's or Sears brand, or, one of these defunct companies' brands, and how good are they? And we could tell them that, hey, that Admiral TV is the same as the Zenith. That Daewoo or whatever's made by this company. It's got the same chassis, so the tube might be different, but the electronics are the same. And when a company comes out and says, we have this whiz-bang technology, you can actually look at the schematic and say, well, no, you don't. It's a consumer protection thing. There's all sorts of stuff Right to Repair will be doing. And with these tariffs, I'm already noticing a few products out there. I might do a video on it. They're supposed to be made in America. No. Because they're putting a 10% tariff drip tax or drip fee on it. Yeah, their parts might be foreign sourced, but the parts are here. The product's here. I'm like, okay, yeah, we can eat a 10% drip fee. You know, go to checkout and we got a tariff surcharge here. It's 10% fee. Can't do that with 125%. It's people ain't gonna buy. Spineless Devil. Yeah, there were a lot of televisions, VCRs, CD players back in the day. In the 90s, they would be badged one brand, and it's the color might be different, or it might have a slightly different external styling, but the inners are a name brand manufacturer. And that's a comment, so Cottie gets cookies. You can thank Spineless Devil. Cottie says, thank you, Spineless Devil, for the cookies. So yeah, this is a I'm thinking about starting on this here. This is a Neo Geo single slot. I don't do consoles, but I will do arcades. Look at these big old cartridges. Double boards. This one had battery corrosion. You can see it in there. It's pretty bad. I don't think it's going to be salvageable, but it might be. Well, I'll look at it. I was planning on starting that, but I went to the junk store today to find some stuff, and yeah, right to repair Washington State passed. Rugi Aggie, can't get your name, but I'll play the last bit of it in once more here. I have no problem playing this. I love the sound of it.
Hatter,
This is
Stanford,
digital electronics repair.
Torres,
This is the passage.
Trudeau,
Ain't
Valdez,
clickbait.
Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Clare, Wilson
Passed.
Jeff.
48-1.
Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority and gross substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act.
That's it, man. And here's the roll call for the third passage in the Senate. 1 nay, the Senator Chapman. You guys vote him out. But there it is, man. It all passed. That'll be checked tomorrow once everything's all signed and sealed. Then it goes to the governor. The governor will sign it, and then it becomes law, and it gets put on the books. So this is right to repair Washington State. It passed. But Ruigi Hicks, you commented, so Cottie gets cookies. Oh, I got you can't see her eat the cookies. There it is. I give her your cookies. Need to fatten her up. So yes, Washington State passed right to repair. And we like sarcasm here. I gotta mute the microphone because I gotta run the ice machine. I'll keep it on since there's people talking. Chat away. Ask questions. I will be posting the website here within the next 2 months. On that website, I will have a sample form letter template. So basically, all you'll have to do is plug in the company name and the documents you want to request. Copy, paste, print, send, do whatever you want. It's pretty much going to be tailored to repair shops, not to the consumer. I'm sorry, but that's the way I'm going to have to do it. I'm not going to do. I don't have enough time or the patience to do one tailored to individuals. You can modify it to the individual. I don't get paid to do any of this right to repair stuff. This right to repair stuff is all my own time. I still have the shop lit up. We can puff some solder flux, or we can breathe in solder smoke. Yeah. Tuesday I did a 7-hour live stream assembling boards, and I bored Cottie to sleep. So I will be doing a giveaway. One of these Baltham radios. One of those. I think the repeater W7 AIA repeater's down. Let's see. I forgot what repeaters. It's been a while since I. That one sounds better. Wonder if we can reach out. KG7AMV doing a live stream on YouTube. Anybody out there? Probably nobody. Ham radio's pretty dead around here. There's only a few repeaters that. KG7AMV 73. There's only a few repeaters that actually have traffic. And I don't remember them all. KG7AMV. Anybody out there? I'm doing a live stream on YouTube. That's why I don't jump on the ham radio often. It's dead. And I hit the repeater from here, no problem. So, but yeah, I'll be doing a giveaway here probably soon on one of these. I got a few of them. So I got them off of Temu a while back, and I don't need that many of them. So, KG7AMV 73. Catch y'all later. But yeah, I'll be doing that, and there's all sorts of stuff I got planned. So, but let's play that again, shall we?
For line 17, after decision, strike all material through training on Richelli, Robinson,
Ooh, went back a little too
Saldana,
far.
Solomon, Schessler, Shoemake, Short, Slatter, Stanford, Torres, Trudeau, Valdez, Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Claire, Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority and gross substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act.
There it is, man. I just hope the governor signs it. Okay, what are we gonna do? I can turn around. You can look at my balding head. I ain't got much on the bench. Yeah, some stuff on the bench, but I don't want to work tonight. It says I have 3 watchers. They're just probably here for Cottie. I didn't do the unboxing of it. I just gotta remember where I put it. I got me a JAMA harness. Right there. Haven't opened it yet, but I got a JAMA harness. I gotta get my monitor going. Yeah, I'll be set up to start monkeying around with those arcade boards. That's gonna be interesting. I gotta figure out camera placement. You guys toss me some ideas on what to do for camera placement. What do you guys prefer? We can toss this one here. Should be able to light this one up. That's the overhead. I'm boring, Cottie. So you guys must be really bored. Yeah, I don't do clickbait. I might do cat bait, but I don't do clickbait. Usually if Cottie's in the picture, Cottie's in the video. So, she might only be briefly in the video, but she'll be in the video. And man, I hope my diatribe didn't make me sound like a crazy lunatic. Hey, I am in the Pacific Northwest by Portland, Oregon, so fit in, right? I haven't done a lab tour. Maybe I'll have to do that. You know, we could light up the DC load here. We got the DC load. And we got a power supply. Where'd it go? Oop, there it is. We got this in today. We can actually 12 volt 9 amp. I should be able to do that. Yeah, I don't know what it is with this thing. Yeah, it keeps adjusting my there. For some reason it will not. I hit apply. I hit OK. But when I restart OBS, it changes. But there you go. That's much better. It's not all washed out, see? But I don't know why it don't save the settings. It's going to be frustrating if I have to go in and configure every camera each time. But we could put this on the DC load. I think I got a power cord here. And I don't have the software loaded. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to see the DC loads right here. I'll come back and we'll do some power brick testing one day. And yes, we had a little technical difficulty there. Looks like the internet reset again. It keeps doing that. So, where was I? This is going to get a firmware backup. Had 24 views. Let me get that passage back up again.
Secretary will read.
An act relating to expanding protections for applicants and employees under the Washington Fair. Harris. Hasekis. Richelli. Robinson. Saldana. Solomon. Schessler. Shoemake. Short. Slatter. Stanford. Torres. Trudeau. Valdez. Wagoner. Warnick. Wellman. Wilson Claire. Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority and gross substitute House Bill 1483 is admitted by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act.
There it is, guys. One more time. I could probably play that all night. Rights to repair Washington State passes. Almost unanimously. And as I say again, this Senator Chapman, you guys in District 24, vote him out. Vote for somebody else. Vote for Mickey Mouse. I mean, even goofier Pluto would work. You know, Felix the cat. Just vote him out. I'm voting no for right to repair. I mean, out of all the people that I figured would vote no, is Wellman. Because she is an Apple, or ex-Apple executive. So I figured, you know, she's killed the bill a few times in committee. There's a few others like 2 others I figured would have voted no, but they voted yes. So to the voters out in Washington State, you guys picked a good House and Senate this year. Some bills, you know, some laws they want to pass and that they've passed are really draconian in nature, I would say. Anti-liberty. All the Second Amendment bills are horrible bills that they did this year. They want to take away our rights on one thing but give us something on another. But Second Amendments are fundamental rights, so look at Cottie. He's using the gaskets as a pillow. Isn't Cottie cute? If Cottie's cute, type 1. Or comment if you're watching the replay. Yes, Washington State passed right to repair. Okay. Let's see here. I need some clips. What drawer? Down here. Probably ain't gonna be 9-amp clips. I can't ever remember what drawer I put those in. There they are. Drawer full of clips. That works. Let's I got oscilloscope probes, clips, you name it. I gotta go into a 4-pin here. It's gonna be too big. That'll work. Yeah, it isn't gonna stay. Yeah, okay. I know I got some other clips. Where are they? They almost look like oscilloscope clips, but they're like triple grabby hooks. No, not in that drawer. No, that's stem core stuff. Logic probes. Batteries. I don't know where they're at. I'll have to hunt them down. So, yes, Washington State passed right to repair. Here's the passage.
Richelli, Robinson, Saldana, Solomon, Schessler, Shoemake, Short, Slatter, Stanford, Torres, Trudeau, Valdez, Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Clare, Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority, engrossed substitute House Bill 1483 is amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act. Engrossed House Bill 1747, the Secretary.
That is it, man. I cannot play that enough, man. That was a lot. That was a lot of work to get passage of that. A lot of phone calls. Testified 3 times this year. Twice last year. Once the year before. But yeah, I gotta test this. You gotta make sure it meets its 12 volt 9 amp rating. Kinda I can at least check it for proper polarity. Or proper voltage. Okay, lowers should be you get 12 volt on 1. not on the other. That's odd. We should have 12 volt on both. We get nothing. Only getting 12 volt on one pole. Should have 12 volt on both. Uh-oh. Chinese junk. That ain't gonna work. That is gonna have to go back. We need 12 volts on both. Look, it says positive, positive, negative, negative. We should have 12 volt, 12 volt. It's only got 12 volt on one. And the way the device this plugs into works is you have to have 12 volts on each. You just can't. Oh, random guy. Little dude in a big car. Cat. Yes, cat. Cottie gets cookies because random guy commented. So Cottie gets cookies. We have to fatten her up, man. Yes, right to repair passed. I'm going to bore you all with this all night, maybe.
Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority and gross substitute House Bill 1483 as amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act.
There it is. We've got the passage right there in the House. 94-1, 48-1. Now, you're not free unless you own things. And if you can't repair it, do you really own it? I mean, that's the point there. I mean, if you own something, you should be able to do what you want with it. Yeah, Amazon stuff. Cheap Chinese stuff. So that would only power like half the unit. We're not that doomed as a species. And Cottie's like, yeah, we are. Or yeah, you are. Yeah, I'll be moving this camera closer to there. With the overhead. Then we have the programmer cam. I'm getting this set up. I'm amazed it's all working right now and not giving me a USB resource error. So I've only got one programmer on and I got every other USB item turned off. So and I'm on microphone 2 still, right? Yeah, I'm going to equip the APS with cameras. Hopefully I can get it earning. Maybe. That'd be some interesting video, I think, for some people. But right to repair passed. That's awesome. You guys can ask questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna terminate the stream and go about my night. It's 8:45. I got things to do, like practice sleep, which I have a hard time doing that. But I had to throw this together real quick. Like I said, I hope my diatribe didn't make me look like a psychotic, crazy fool. It probably did, but oh well. I don't give a care anymore. We can figure things out as we go, right? I could sit there and twiddle my thumbs, pick my nose, put Cottie in my lap and pet her. I don't have to put her in my lap. She'll just jump in my lap. She's like a little doggy. Here she comes. There she is. She's right here. We got Cotties. We got Cotties. She's like a little doggy. I don't think she's triggering the microphone. This cat follows me around like a little lost puppy. She likes lap time. Okay, back to Cottie Cam. Cookies. Well, everybody, one more time, and I'm gonna call it a night unless somebody wants to talk. Cause I'm not gonna sit there and twiddle my thumbs all night.
Nobles, Orwell, Peterson, Ramos, Richelli, Robinson, Saldana, Solomon, Schessler, Shoemake, Short, Slatter, Stanford, Torres, Trudeau, Valdez, Wagoner, Warnick, Wellman, Wilson Clare, Wilson Jeff. Mr. President, there are 48 ayes, 1 nay.
Having received a constitutional majority and gross substitute House Bill 1483 as amended by the Senate is declared passed. The title of the bill will be the title of the act.
There it is. One more time. For the people that are skipping through. I'll be doing a edit and post of that. So we will see you next time. Catch y'all later.